How to be safe while taking surveys. Now, some of us are into surveys that we don't actually track anything at all. Now, this is what you're going to be doing. For some of us that are using peer proxy, okay, for some of us that are using peer proxy, what you're going to be doing is going over to your settings, or better still, just follow this process and see if you have such settings on your device. Now, for some of us that are using Genex proxy, this is what you're going to be doing, because we use this super proxy to get our proxy connected. Now, for you to get started with your surveys, there are some things you also need to put in place to keep the safety of your account. But first of all, let me come right here and show you what you also need to know. Now, before you proceed with your surveys, come right to settings right here. Now, you're going to be seeing all these features and what to do with them. So I'm going to be showing you that in this video on how to get everything set up properly before you can jump into your surveys. Now, but before we proceed with this video, if you're coming across the channel for the first time, or you're hearing this voice for the first time, this is Joachim, and so what I do right on this platform is to leverage online, make reviews, and also show you some other platforms which you can use to leverage online in today's world. Now, if this sounds like what you're interested in, please do well to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and most especially turn on the bell notification so YouTube can notify you whenever I upload any valuable content like what you're about to watch. Now, the mistake we do when using super proxy is that we just go ahead to get connected. Now, let's go back so I can show you. Now, when you come right here, you can see that I just clicked start and it started automatically. What majority people do is that after clicking on start, they quickly jump into surveys without doing proper setup from their super proxy. Now, this is what I mean. When you come right to the settings right here, you're going to be seeing language, theme, notification, connectivity check, stop automatically, allow, and the likes of it. Now, the very first one I want you to take note of is this particular one that says connectivity check. Now, this connectivity checks actually wants you to run a check before going into surveys, but some of us are ignoring that. Now, that is that. Now, when you come right here, you are going to be seeing always on VPN, which I'm very concerned about. Now, when you click on always on VPN, you can see that it will be directing you over to your settings. Now, these are lists of proxies on this device. Now, how do you help yourself with this? You can see we have super proxy, we have Mysterium. So, which of these VPN do you want to always on VPN? Okay, so which of these particular proxy you want to always on the VPN? Now, you can see we have super proxy, we have Mysterium VPN, we have peer proxy, and the likes of it. Now, because I actually want to start working with peer proxy, I'm going to click on this. As you can see that always on VPN is turned off. Then block connection without VPN is also turned off. Now, this shows that this survey I'm actually trying to jump into is actually risky, because one, what always on VPN does is that when you lose connection on your device and always turn VPN is actually turned on, your connection will not be linked. Like, everything that concerns your data will not be linked. Now, block connection without VPN actually means that when you're running your surveys and your VPN is turned off, like your VPN is turned off, all connections will be disabled. So that is why it's advisable you come right here and turn this on, and also turn this on. Now, you can see it's asking us to turn on. Now, once you turn this on, that is one way of you having assurance that this particular survey you want to run is in safe hands. If you turn this off, you are going to be having some difficulty when your connection is down. So this actually improves and saves your account from getting banned whenever your connection is poor. Now, you can see these allowed apps. They are going to be protecting your app no matter the location you've chosen, but that is actually for the pro users. So what I want you to actually do right here is the focus of you having to always turn VPN on your account. Now, once you've turned that on, your account is actually on a safer side. Now, let's go over to any of our browser. Then we are going to be going over to check this for ourselves. Then you are going to be seeing that we are going to be having 100 discourse. Now, let's go over to surveytime.net, because most times when you're running your surveys and you have 100 to be in your discourse, that means you're 100% safe. So every time I run my surveys, I'm always having 100 discourse. It's not because it's luck. Some people will say it is actually luck when you're running your surveys and you're having 100 discourse. It is not luck. It is actually the settings that are coming from your device. You can see that right here. We have 100 discourse. Now these are the details right on my IP. You can see everything is actually put in order. So this is what you have to check before going ahead to start any survey. So I want you to also know that your location must be turned on while doing all this. Now these are some things you need to do on your account for you to have good and running surveys on your account, because most times what we do is that after connecting the VPN or proxy, we don't want to check and we actually dive into surveys, and at the end of it you actually have some leakage of your location or the IP you're using. So I would also want you to also come down to scamalytics.com for your checkup. Now when you come over to Scamalytics, let me come right to Scamalytics. Once you come over to Scamalytics, you are going to come right here, put in your IP address right here to confirm the strongness or the activeness of your IP. Now once you have a score above 5 or 4, then you can be sure that that IP you're actually using is actually good for you to go ahead to use for service. Now Scamalytics has always been an help to us that are into service, because what we do always is to come right here, put in our IP address to confirm that. Now you can see the benefits of Scamalytics. It helps you check your IP address if it's actually good for you to proceed in taking surveys, and it also check your fraud risk score, the API available, and some other valuables you have to get right on this platform. Now all this does not actually concerns you. All you just need to do is to come right here and paste your IP address, then click on search. Then you're going to be seeing the breakdown of what you're to see. Now above 5 is actually good for you to proceed with your service. Now let's go over to this particular platform, which I would also want you to start in survey. Now this is actually called Ysense. Most of us are into Ysense already. Now there's some strategy you use on Ysense that also boosts the rewards you have to get on Ysense. Now the registration process is very simple. All you just have to do is to input your email address, then put in your password, then join now. Now Ysense is actually strict. That is why first of all I make sure your location, your setting up of your proxy and everything is put in place. If you actually want to start up with Ysense, it's not something or some other survey platform that you want to jump into. If you have a laptop or a system, it will be advisable you use Ysense on it. I have my reasons for that. Ysense actually tracks IP the most, just like what you have on branded. So if you want to set up your account, make sure you have all your proxy set up. I don't advise you using VPN on Ysense. So if you actually want to have a good running account on Ysense, make sure you're using a proxy. So come right here and input your details and click on join now. Now these are the 3 methods that you can get always on surveys: paid surveys, cash offers, and referrals. So I would advise you to focus more on your proxy before setting up an account on Ysense. The reason why I'm making this video was that I got a complaint from one of my students that he actually have a Ysense account that he has been using for years. Then all of a sudden he was restricted and banned. Then I made a review and I checked his account. I found out that an IP has been linked and he confirmed that himself. So Ysense is actually strict for you to start up. So we don't mostly talk about Ysense because few people are into this particular survey and they have good offers as other surveys. So what I would advise you to do is to jump into it if you actually have a good and running proxy. So that is actually what I want to pass across in this video. So what you're going to be doing is make sure your proxy is actually good and do your IP analysis before jumping into Ysense. So thank you for watching this video to this point. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please do well to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and most especially turn on the bell notification so YouTube can notify you whenever I upload any valuable content like what you just watched. It is always advisable you join my social media platform, my Telegram channel, and my WhatsApp group where I run giveaways and also show you some specific ways you can use to boost your online earnings in today's world. So see you on my next video and keep winning.